I cut off my stepdad and told my mom she has to choose between us. My parents divorced when I was 5, and my mom started dating John pretty quickly after. When I was 7, they had a baby together and got married a year later. I have 1 full sister and 3 half-siblings with John. At first, things were okay. Sure, we'd argue sometimes, and I'd throw around the classic "you're not my dad" line, which really got under his skin. But I was just a kid dealing with my parents' divorce. As I got older, things got way worse. John would scream horrible things about my real dad whenever he and my mom fought, just to hurt her. He'd say my dad was a loser and that he never wanted me. I started blaming myself for their arguments because they always seemed to be about me. When I turned 14, everything exploded. John and my mom were fighting every single week, and he'd disappear for days afterward. One night, my mom was so scared that she grabbed all of us kids and tried to drive away. John came running after our car, banging on the windows so hard I thought he was going to break them. He was screaming that he wanted his kids back. Then he yanked my half-siblings out of the car and got in my face, saying awful things about my dad while my mom cried in the driver's seat. But the thing that really terrified me was when he threatened to kill my real dad. I was so scared that I actually called my dad and told him to lock his doors and not let anyone inside. A grown man threatening to murder my father over some stupid argument with my mom. That's when I decided I was done. I told my mom I didn't want John to come back to our house ever again. I said I was cutting off all contact with him, and if she had a problem with that, too bad. My mom completely freaked out. She started guilt-tripping me, saying we'd lose the house without John's income. She said I was ruining my younger siblings' relationship with their dad and that I needed to grow up and get over it. For the past 3 years, John hasn't lived with us, but he's still constantly around. He comes over for dinner, takes the family on trips, acts like nothing happened. My mom keeps trying to convince me to forgive him, but I refuse. Now I'm 18 and leaving for college next year. I told my mom that when I move out, if John moves back in, I'm cutting her off too. No more visits home, no more family holidays, nothing. She thinks I'm being dramatic, but I can't pretend like everything's okay. I told her she has to choose between me and him because I'm not sharing my family with someone who terrorized us for years. My mom's been crying about it for weeks, saying I'm making her pick sides. But honestly, she should have picked my side years ago, when he was threatening to kill my dad and making our lives miserable. I love my mom, but I'm not backing down. Either John goes or I do.